Hey you weird bearded monkeys, it's Talking Trash with Smash. I had a bit of a thought this week. Thought you guys aren't really caught up to date with what's going on around here. Yeah, I do heaps of stuff, but editing honestly takes so long, it's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm really struggling with the new program. It's got so much to learn and so many things I want to do, and also I'm a little bit perfectionist as far as videos go, so I normally spend way longer than necessary just doing all the little final touches. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you into the shed and just show you what I'm up to. We got bashfest coming up in a couple of weeks, so at the moment I'm working on this big rig here. Seen this quite a lot on the channel. All the front end's busted in, and I'm thinking that it's actually damaged the radiator. So you can see radiator's bent in here, and I think it's touching in there somewhere. So first step, it's got to get to these bolts in here. I'm just going to undo them, and yeah, just gonna take the front end off, take the radiator out. Hopefully it's not pinched or got a hole in it, otherwise we'll get that fixed and yeah, get it ready for bashfest. Can't wait, it's really exciting actually. Yeah, we got a lot planned for bashfest. It's going to be pretty fun. A bunch of the guys you see on the channel normally, they're going to come and hang out, and yeah, it's going to be an awesome time. Got a new track layout this year, one that we've never run before. We're also running it backwards compared to last year, so yeah, yeah, it's going to be a good year hopefully. I'll refrain from having any accidents, that'll be great. Any more of these little incidents. Hopefully we can get a bit more contact involved in it, get a few more cars running at the same time so we can smash them together a bit more, makes it a bit more exciting. Of course, every time you need a jolly ratchet spanner, it's missing, isn't it? Got the 12, got the 14, don't have the 13. It's pretty frustrating. Oh, lucky. Got a spare one. That's good. Oh man, ratchet spanners. Jolly lifesaver. Waste half my life with diamond spanners. Ratchet spanners, just the thing we need. It's actually pushed this whole rail, it's bent this bit and it's folded some of the front end back with it. All this bit here is all bent, all this bit in here, and it's actually like the struts come away from the body as well, so yeah, gonna have to have a look at that. I bought a strut brace for it. Someone was selling one on Marketplace, so grab that and hopefully that'll give it a bit more strength in the struts, take a bit more of a beating this year. Don't need a horn anyway, really. Nah, pull that off. I don't think we need a horn where we're going. We'll just use the front end of our car to let other people know that we're there. And chuck this in the bin, bit of weight saving. That'll be good. Oh, nearly dropped it on my foot. If you have your own garage at home, why not put some lino on the floor? Every time you drop a part, it just hits the lino and doesn't actually crack your concrete floor, which is a pretty good trick. Yeah, you can see this is munted. It's nowhere near straight. Sorry about the light going through into the night today, so we'll get a bit better shots once the light's gone, but you can see all this is all folded in real bad, so in fact we're very lucky to have missed the radiator here. Don't know if you can see how close that is, but that's very close to have munched the radiator, so yeah, we're going to pull this out and hopefully no major damage to the other radiator. Don't mind damaging this radiator because radiator? I didn't mind damaging this radiator. Sorry guys, it's me. Man, sometimes I forget how to use words, eh? Oh, first injury of the day. Got my knuckle. That's alright. Not a fun project unless you bleed on it a little bit. So, I'm going to pull the front wheels off. I'm hoping to get some bigger springs in the front struts. So, yeah. See how... Huh. Missing a nut. It's a bit weird. Must have left one out last time. Puts this over here for later. And we've got to do the other side. You guys should come with me. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you'd like more of this vlog style content. And yeah, hopefully I can give you guys a few more updates of what's happening in the shed. Because at this stage we've got Pajero content, modifications and trips. We got a van, we've got a drift ute, got my beautiful wife over there, all sorts of stuff. So it's a bit hard to keep up. And since I only edit a video every week or every 2 weeks, yeah, it's kind of hard to put everything that goes on in those 2 weeks into context.
Hello.
Break-in. How's it going?
Shed hangs pretty good.
Shed hangs. Doing some vlog style content.
Nice.
What have you been up to?
Sweeping that side.
Just having a sweep up. What a great wife, eh? I'm gonna follow her and see what she's up to. See what she's doing down this side of the shed. Shed's an absolute mess at the moment. Oh boy. It's been super wet and cold around lately. Nights are getting down to 5, 7, 8 degrees. 2. Yeah, it's just been super cold, pretty unmotivated to get out of the shed. Plus all the other content that I've got to edit. Been learning how to edit the DaVinci Resolve. Don't know if any of you guys are into computers or editing or that kind of stuff, but yeah, I'm using DaVinci Resolve. Just built myself a new computer. It's 12 core, 24 thread, 64 gigabytes of RAM, SSD hard drives, and some NVMe drives as well for editing and stuff like that. Yeah, pretty serious setup. Yeah, just been learning all of that. So I'm going to take these struts out and see if these springs are going to be compatible with some springs out here. So drift ute, we've got a another one of the drift events coming up. I'm actually going to post that video real soon, promise. It's just about finished, so it'll probably actually come out before this comes out. But I have got a drift event coming up, and at the moment I'm tossing up between taking the ute again or seeing if I can possibly get possibly take my red daily car. It's a manual Ecotec, pretty much the same thing, just a manual, so I'm not sure. This is where I store all the stuff down the side of my shed. It's a pretty awesome little spot to have all my scrap rims and scrap metal all laid out. You've got the pipe there, square tubing there, shortcuts of each one, some other stuff. Here's some springs that I got. I'm hoping I might be able to slam some of these bad boys. These are patrol springs, so I think they're going to be too beefy. Hopefully they'll fit. They're a little bit smaller diameter. My friend Jeff, he's got a combi as well, a VZ, and he's actually come here, and the diameter difference between this and this, he's actually chopped this section and bent it up like that, so that way the tyre has more room to come past. It's actually pretty similar. These look like they might be a pretty good match. Indy's going pretty good. Don't know if you can see her down here. How you going, girl? Hey. She's turned into a pretty good dog, to be fair. She's doing really good. She doesn't bark too much, do ya? Doesn't chew the lawns too much, dig up the lawns. She's got her own little couch that we found on the Verge side pickup, street stalls, and yeah, she basically just chews on that, which we don't really mind because there's plenty more where those couches came from. And yeah, has a great time. We love her. She's a great little dog. The whole strut's ready to come out via apart from that last little bolt at the top. So just go up a little bit, and you have to pull these two little releases there, safety locks, so it doesn't fall on my head, which I value quite highly. See, look at this money maker. Yeah. Man, it's great having a hoist. I love it. Yeah, saved up for a fairly long time so I could have this shed and the hoist, everything that goes with it, tyre changer as well. But yeah, so I don't know if you can see down here, there's a couple of little rocks and stuff that I got in between. I think they've been rubbing into the radiator, so I'm hoping there's not too much damage down there. I want to know what all you guys get up to. Do you guys go on 4-drive adventures? Is that why you're here? You're here to watch me go with the Pajero and go to Wilbinga and the beaches? That's really a pretty summer activity for me. I don't really like cold water, so yeah. Or are you here for the wild car mods? That's what I'm here for most of the time. Love me a few wild car mods. Do you guys have kids? That's another question. You're just single fellas looking for a bit of a wild adventure? Or, like me, do you have a couple of children around? Got a bit of a family started? As you know, I've got 2 little boys, 5.5 and 6.5. And yeah, they're really awesome. But it's also good to spend a bit of time doing some things you like as well. Doing a few hobbies. Something I actually find quite difficult is to manage my time, giving them enough time. Even today, spent all morning with them, and this afternoon they're still a bit upset about me being in the shed. So yeah, they're more than welcome to come out here, but for some reason today they just don't want to. Check out all the rocks down here. Look at all these big rocks. They're not small. And they're like jammed underneath. There's a couple more even just jammed underneath. That's some pretty decent rocks to be jammed under there. Add it to me new rock collection. I'm not really sure. It's a bit of a mystery to me. I know I hit this big wall here at last bashfest. So there, we run into it to the back of it. There we go. Ready? Oh no, that's the worst. Oh, I got some on my thongs. I hate getting wet thongs. It's my least favourite, well, not my least favourite feeling. I suppose getting kicked in the balls is probably one of my least favourite feelings. Got wet thongs. Don't think I'll be using that again. Well, really great news. I just pulled the radiator out. I didn't want to muck around showing you guys all this. It's a bit tricky, so I had to get all those oil lines off. So as you can see, a couple of the rocks have come down here, and they have done a little bit of damage to the fins, but fantastically they haven't done any damage to anything else, and the radiator is looking really great. Put that to the side. Hopefully it doesn't leak oil all over my floor. Shouldn't do, I don't think. Just put that really carefully up against there. Alright, as you can see, major damage to this. I think maybe it got hit here, because you can see, I think this is probably what did it. You can see the red marks here. I think when this bit got folded in, it got a really big impact in the front. Even though we straightened it out after the crash that happened last year, it got hit again, and it actually pushed that bar right back into the radiator. And this radiator is completely busted. Don't know, doesn't really show a good perspective, but you can see it's super bent out down in this area here. WD-40, Whistling Diesel 40. Have you guys seen that fella on the old YouTubes? Goodness me, he's got some awesome content. Whistling Diesel. If you haven't seen him, go check him out. He has some really cool, inspirational, at least for me anyway, inspirational stuff. Yeah, I can't actually explain it. It's just silly. Silliness. Which makes me really happy because, I don't know, I just like to see people do really creative stuff. Woo! Lucky I was wearing my thongs. That could have been nasty. Alright. That's one strut out. I bought this strut brace off Marketplace. As you can see, fits on pretty nicely over the top of there. So this bolt hole lines up here, and I'll just make 2 more bolt holes and we'll be hunky-dory. That way, you can see this is actually split away from the seam here. I'll pull all this off, might even just weld it, give it a quick couple tack welds, make sure it doesn't separate any further. Because I know you guys want to see what kinds of springs we can fit in the front of this thing. Because if I can fit big enough springs, we can fit some muddies in the front. Got these muddies for the front. Alright, we're back. It's about 14 degrees at the moment, so got a bit of warmth on. Got the heaters on. It's pretty mad. Don't even know where I got that one from, but bought this one from Bunnings. Pretty nice over the bench there. Keeps the old noggin nice and warm. Got some tunes on. And we're back at this again. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is try and use me trusty D-bender here with Indie Dog, hi doggo. And I'm gonna try and get some of this mess bent back out again. Got that bit opened up. My main aim is to actually just get a hole that I can get another bit of pipe in. As soon as I can get another bit of pipe, means I can basically rebuild another bumper out of it. So I think I've got this looking pretty good now. By pretty good, I mean it's still busted, but at least it's straighter. Got access straight through there now, so I can get to that for my bar work or put the original rebar on if I want to. This is all a bit more straighter now. More importantly, this bit where this is going to mount is looking pretty straight as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. It's probably all I'm going to do to the front of this, because no doubt it's going to get run into some more stuff in the future. So yeah, oh, we'll get back onto these struts, eh? Get these covered up. Oh no! Alright, now I've got to remember, lots of little ball bearings in there. So pull this down and we'll give it an undo. Lock butter. Man, I'm so glad I built this. Makes it so much easier. Take them off in the right order. And they can't really go anywhere because these two bolts are holding it in, so take that off complete. We're halfway there. Well, I think you're gonna have to wait till next time for those struts. I'm not really sure, I'm having trouble fitting. I'll show you. If I put this strut top into these springs, what's gonna happen is the struts basically doesn't fit inside it, so it's just going to wobble around, and the spring's probably going to get thrown off to the side, which is going to cock the hole it over and not work properly. You see it fits pretty easily inside there. I'm either going to have to find one that's this diameter or one that's much smaller and only fits over this diameter here. That's what my friend Jeff did. He had one that only fits over this little bit here, so that bit keeps it captive. So I might have to visit a suspension shop and see if they've got any spare springs lying around that I can use. Might be able to pick up a good set there. So I used to have a spare tyre in here, which I didn't. I just actually forgot I had a spare tyre in here. So that's been weighing us down the whole time. But that's alright. A little bit of weight off would be good. Taking the carpet out as well. That was nice carpet to begin with, but now it's pretty dusty, so I'm just going to throw that straight in the bin. Alright. We are going to mount this rear wing. Got my drill, tech screws, Christmas tree. First I'm going to put some tape on it. Looks pretty good to me. It's probably just going to get ripped off anyway. Yes, I know it's a club sport wing. What are you gonna do? I got it for free, so. What do you guys reckon? Drill holes for a $200 wing? Yeah, I think so. Now the whole back end's gonna get painted black anyway, so I don't think it'll be too bad. I only want to go one layer with this so that I can still drill it out. Alright, I'm back. We've got a bigger drill this time. Nice. Oh, still not big enough. Oh, you guys are still here. Great. Well, we've got big chungus now. Alright, that should work great. Take a screw. End result, not bad. It's important to be super accurate when you're doing this kind of stuff. Especially with a car that's probably just going to get smashed up anyway. It's important to have everything nice so that when other people smash it up you get really sad. That's really, really fun. Doesn't move at all. Great, install done. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hook up that back brake light to work when the brakes come on, because we're doing some night laps, so it'll be a little bit easier to tell what I'm doing if you've got a brake light. To be honest, they're probably not going to even see it because I don't brake. That's what corners are for. Guys, never in a million years would I have thought this worked out. Now, I didn't think my aerial was going to fit in the middle where it used to go. Oh, Holden, you've done it again. Tell you what. Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. So, I've got a secret plan. I'm actually gonna put LED strip all the way around this, so at night it's like those cool like dune buggy whips you can see. Yeah, I can't afford a dune buggy whip, they're like $300. Can't justify it, so I'm just gonna do it the dodgy way. So yeah, pretty happy with how that turned out.